It was only last week that Apple shares hit $300, and already there's one analyst saying they'll rise to $500. It's the highest price target on the street. He just happens to be the #1 ranked analyst on Apple, and with Apple reporting after the close today, it is a perfect time to have Daniel Ernst, analyst at Hudson Square Reserach, right here on the Inside Track. Daniel, big round numbers like that are a risky business. On the one hand, you could be, in only one sense of the word, Henry Blodgett calling it right on Amazon back in 1998. On the other hand, you could be Walt Piecyk calling it wrong on Qualcomm when he said the stock was going to go to $1,000. Why are you so confident that Apple has the potential to hit $500? It's almost a $200 move from where the stock is now.
Well, we're only about 60%, so we've run 50 this year so far. So our enthusiasm for Apple is in what they've been doing. If you look at all the moves they've made just in the last 6-7 months by launching the iPad, relaunching Apple TV, they've effected a 5-fold increase in their addressable market. They went from just selling PCs, going after share from the likes of HP and Dell, to entering the phone market, going after Nokia and Samsung, and now they're in the TV market, going after Sony and Samsung and LG. If you look at the media market, where they have a 16% share of music sales globally, all music sales, not just digital. They have 16% share. Music is only $26 billion. Now that they've entered books, magazines, newspapers, television shows, and we think eventually television subscriptions, they're increasing their market by 20-fold to $526 billion. So they're going from $26 billion music market to a $526 billion global consumer spend market on just about every kind of media.
Okay, when you look at some of the numbers that you break down here, I noticed a couple of interesting things. One is, for example, that while media is going to be a bigger part of Apple's business, at least according to your estimates in, say, 2014, it's still going to be small relative to Apple's other products. So tablet, for example, and mobile phone, plus the Mac, of course, are still going to dominate the company's sales.
That's correct. They do a lot of businesses now. When we used to track Apple's quarter, we'd be looking at Mac sales, then we're looking at Mac plus iPod, then we're looking at Mac plus iPod plus phone. Now we're looking at iPads, which is, I think, a universal device. We're looking at the new TV device, which only had a couple weeks of sales in the quarter. So I think that they have so many products, they have a very diversified stream. But when we built up the media forecast for 2014, we tried to be reasonably conservative in what they could do. So they have about $4 billion in music sales today. We had that going at $20 billion, but could that be 40, 50 billion? Absolutely.
Okay, do for us what some analysts are reluctant to do. Your $500 price target is based on a discounted cash flow valuation to the fiscal 2011 earnings estimates.
2014. Yeah.
Oh, this is all relative to 2014.
Right. Anytime you build a DCF model, you're building it out a few years.
Okay.
And there's a lot of fungible data.
But if you're being conservative in 2014, is your $500 price? If you're being conservative in some of your estimates for the size of the business, does that not imply that the $500 price target is also potentially a bit conservative?
Yeah, potentially. Let me give it another way. They're trading at about 17 times earnings today. They're going to grow earnings this quarter at probably 40%, right? So if they were traded at 1 times growth, right, 40 times earnings, right? They're trading at 17 today. It'd be more than double. So
and you're expecting a big quarter this afternoon.
I don't think you're buying Apple stock for the quarter. When we posted this increase in our price target on Friday, everyone else increased their estimates for the quarter. We're looking at multiple years, and I think if you look at just the quarter, you're going to have more volatility.
All right, Dan, great of you to join us. A little more volatility, perhaps, but at the end of the day, upside is what Dan Ernst sees for Apple stock. $500 is his call. Now,